Okay, so in this class I'm going to be showing us how we can attach these beautiful flock designs that we have to our clothes. I'm going to be using this for my abaya, but you can use it for any clothes as well. It comes in different design, different styles. You can use it for male or female depending on what you want. So I have different designs here, okay, and it comes in any color you want as well. It's really beautiful and it just lifts your fabric. So it's available for sale if you want it. This is how it comes. We will weed this for you, we'll do everything. All you just need to do is to stick it to your fabric. So in this tutorial I'm going to teach us how I was able to stick it. You can see I already stick this to my sleeve. Now I'll take us to my machine, heat transfer machine, and you can also use your iron. Just need it to transfer it to your fabric. So now I'll take us there so that you will see how I will be sticking this to my abaya dress. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just to lay my fabric just like this. I'm going to lay it on the table, and then you visualize how you want your flock to be. Like I said, I'm going to be working with this design and I want it very close together. If you don't want it close together, I can just cut it out straight like this, but I want them to be touching each other, so I'll cut it in pieces. So now I'll just grab my scissors and cut out one or two. So when you are cutting this, you have to be careful so that you don't cut through your design. Okay, so this is one. I'm going to cut out another one, and then I'll show us how I'm going to place it. Okay, so I have cut out two now. Like I said, I'm going to be placing this by the side of my center front. This is easy because I already have a bias in front of mine. So if you don't have a bias, you can just mark your center front with a chalk, so that when you get to where you want to stick it, you are not going to get confused. So the next thing now is to decide how close you want this to be to your bias, and then you just place it. So after placing it like this, I'm going to be doing this one at a time. I'm going to stick this and remove it. Then after that, when I'm placing the next one, remember I said I want it close together, I'll make sure that it's touching the previous one before I go ahead and glue it. So this is basically what I'm going to do. Now we'll move to the machine so that we can see how I'm sticking them. So just like I explained, the first thing is to lay the surface like this, and then I'm going to iron it because you need that place to be smooth. So you just iron a little bit and you can see that it's smooth. Now you decide how far it is you want it from your center front. So for me, I don't want it too far, so I'm just going to, so you can see I'm just placing it around 1 inch away from my favorite bias, and then I'll make sure that it touches my neckline as well. Okay, so now you can see you set the other side too, and once you are happy with what you have, I'm going to go ahead and apply my heat. So it doesn't need too much heat. About 10 seconds is fine. Once it's up to 10 seconds, your machine will make a noise, and if it's iron, just check that it's 10 seconds. Once you have that, you are going to open it, and then you let it cool down a bit. So once it's cool, you open it out. So once it's cool, now you start to open it. You can check if it's not doing, if it is not sticking, then it means the heat is probably not enough or it's too hot. So now I'm just going to open it out now, and this is what we have. Okay, you can see how beautiful this came out. So what I'm going to do now is to just take my next design, and then I'm going to place it to exactly where this ends, just like this, and I arrange it well as well, and then I'm going to stick it. So the same thing, after doing this side, I'll move to the next side and repeat the same thing. So I'll do all of this now, and then bring it back to show us what it looks like.